In the quietest moments, when the world finally slows down, your mind does something strange. It doesn't rest. It replays. Fragments of memory, shadows of people you've lost, voices that are no longer there. And suddenly, you're not here anymore. You're somewhere in the past, reliving something you never fully escaped. You don't always talk about it. Most people don't. They smile, they function, they survive. But inside, something feels broken. Not loudly, not visibly, just quietly fractured. This is where it begins, not with the event, but with the meaning your mind gives to it. Because mental distress is not just about what happened to you. It's about the story your mind keeps telling you, again and again and again. A single loss becomes a pattern. A moment of fear becomes a belief. And before you realize it, your mind is no longer reacting to reality. It is reacting to a narrative that says, nothing is safe, everything will be taken, you are alone. And the terrifying part is, it feels true. You walk into a room and your heart tightens. You hear a sudden sound and your body prepares for danger. You sit alone and silence becomes unbearable, not because something is happening, but because your mind has learned to expect something. This is how reality bends, not outside, but inside you. And yet, when you look around, everyone else seems fine. They laugh, they move on, they live. So you begin to believe something even heavier, that this pain is mine alone. You compare, you withdraw, you stay silent. Because how do you explain something that doesn't look visible? How do you describe a fear that has no clear shape? This is the loneliness of the human mind, and this is where most people get lost. But here is the truth, quiet, uncomfortable, yet powerful. It's not what happens to you, it's what it means to you. Two people can face the same loss. One breaks, one rebuilds. Not because one is stronger, but because their meanings are different. One sees an ending, the other sees a transformation. One sees danger everywhere, the other sees uncertainty, but also possibility. Your mind is not just observing life, it is interpreting it. Like a lens, it colors everything you see. And if that lens is shaped by fear, then even peace will feel unsafe. This is not weakness, this is conditioning. Your mind learned this to protect you, but now it's protecting you from a world that no longer exists. And this is where something deeper emerges. A question, not, why is this happening to me? But, what does this mean for me? Because life does not always give you control. Loss will come. Uncertainty will remain. People will leave. You cannot stop that. But meaning is where your power hides. If everything feels fragile, maybe it's showing you how deeply you care. If trust feels broken, maybe it's revealing how much you once believed. If anxiety never leaves, maybe it's asking you to look, not outside, but within. Not to escape the pain, but to understand it. This is the turning point. The moment where distress stops being just suffering and becomes a signal, a message, a quiet voice saying, something inside you needs attention. Not suppression, not distraction, attention. So instead of running, you pause. Instead of asking, how do I stop this? You ask, what is this trying to show me? And slowly, something shifts. Not instantly, not dramatically, but subtly. The fear loses its sharp edge. The silence becomes less heavy, and for the first time, you are not fighting your mind. You are listening to it. This is where healing begins. Not in control, not in certainty, but in awareness. As Hari Raghav reflects in Stones and Thorns, the mind does not break in chaos, it breaks in the meanings it cannot hold. And maybe, just maybe, your mind is not your enemy. It is a storyteller, waiting for a new interpretation. So tonight, when the silence returns, when the memories rise again, don't push them away. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? What meaning have I given to this pain? And is there another way to see it? Because the answer might not remove the darkness, but it might teach you how to sit within it. And that changes everything. As written again by Hari Raghav in Stones and Thorns, healing is not the absence of pain, but the ability to carry it without losing yourself. So tell me, what is your mind trying to say that you've been avoiding? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if this resonated with you, like, subscribe, and share. Because someone out there is silently fighting the same battle. And maybe this will help them feel a little less alone.